Twitter, although many don't realize, can affect its users in a negative way. Because people are given the right to tweet things under 140 characters and are able to read others' tweets, you can change the facts of your life, be it by Twitter or a picture, to the point that you may not recognize your own real experiences. Basically, the more you twist reality on Twitter or some other social media, the more your brain may struggle to separate fact from fiction. This can leave social media users feeling unsettled in their identities, which in turn can create feelings. Twitter, although many don't realize, can affect its users in a negative way. Because people are given the right to tweet things under 140 characters and are able to read others' tweets, you can change the facts of your life, be it by Twitter or a picture, to the point that you may not recognize your own real experiences. Basically, the more you twist reality on Twitter or some other social media, the more your brain may struggle to separate fact from fiction. This can leave social media users feeling unsettled in their identities, which in turn can create feelings of anxiety and distress. I've personally witnessed firsthand people lying or fabricating a tweet to make their life seem more interesting when I was there for the truth. Once the truth is distorted, I think this can potentially hurt self-esteem and can leave people feeling disconnected from themselves. Michigan State University did a recent study and found that reading false info in other people's tweets can actually twist or rewrite your own memory. You may remember a memory for the inaccurate information rather than the actual information. Twitter and social media as a whole is still a recent phenomenon, so teasing out all its psychological benefits and pitfalls will take a lot of time.
With social media at the tip of our fingers, one main problem of Twitter is how it can be distracting and decrease productivity. It seems as if 99% of people own a smartphone, and a majority of those people either have or have used the app Twitter. Since we're constantly connected to our cell phones, Twitter can become almost a necessity or an addiction to go onto the app and scroll through the news feed. The distraction of Twitter is affecting the world negatively because it affects many aspects of our everyday life, whether it be school, work, studying, or trying to sleep. It causes distractions to get these things done. Twitter decreases productivity in people and seems to make us genuinely lazier. For example, doing homework without a phone could take you 20 minutes, but with a phone with social media to distract you, you could end up sitting there for 2 hours.
People seem to think that blocking others or having a private account will keep other people from seeing their postings, but it is said that once something is put on the internet, you can never get rid of it. People also think that you can tweet whatever they want with no consequences, which is not true. Tweets involved in cyberbullying can easily be screenshotted or printed and given to the attention of teachers or principals. There are many cases where cyberbullies have been suspended or even expelled from school. There are also cases of students posting inappropriate or illegal things on their Twitter page, which can often lead to the same consequences, like suspension and expulsion. Though Twitter is mostly used by middle schoolers and high schoolers, I saw some cases where older working people tweet bad things about their boss or company they work for, and how quickly someone can get fired for something like that. Other than consequences in the school or workplace, I saw many articles about how cyberbullying can have serious consequences on a person's self-esteem. A study showed that of the 42% of kids that claim to be victims of cyberbullying, studies show that they start to feel negatively about themselves or often stop going to school.
Twitter has negative outcomes, and so young adults and teenagers should take caution while using the social media. One of these negatives is that Twitter diminishes your privacy. While many users feel their personal data is safe because of the privacy options Twitter provides, research suggests this is not the case. According to a study, researchers created an algorithm to discover an individual's personal attribute by examining the one thing that most people leave public even when all other privacy settings are in place: their followers. Using the algorithm, researchers were able to infer many personal traits merely from the followers and people they follow, including educational level, university attended, hometown, and other private data. Hashtagging and tagging can also diminish your privacy. Your followers can tag you in tweets that could reveal private information. Also, when you include hashtags in your tweets, anyone who searches that hashtag will be able to find your tweet. From there they have access to your profile, which may reveal data you wouldn't want strangers to see. Twitter provides a platform for expressing ideas, but it also is an easy way to lose your privacy, so young adults and teenagers should take caution using Twitter.
Twitter leaves its users to an 140 character limitation to express themselves to the world around them. Vigorously typing away, the users notice their fast approach to the remaining characters available. Because of this limitation, there is a lack of proper grammar amongst the Twitter population. This causes users to be fluent in the language of slang, acronyms, and shortcuts, simply to modify the unsatisfying limit. The problem with this is that users then have difficulty when trying to carry out a professional conversation via person or email, when Twitter has contributed to the use of an informal language. Teenagers should take caution when using Twitter. While Twitter clearly has negative impacts, it is here to stay, and young adults and teenagers will continue using it. By using it responsibly and with caution, you can experience the benefits of Twitter while avoiding the circumstances talked about.